Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Are You Smarter Than a Libertarian? Today, what we're going to talk about is negative rights, the Libertarian foundation of freedom. Now, liberty isn't about what the government should give you, it's about what it shouldn't take away. That's where negative rights come in. And if you believe in true freedom, this is something you need to understand. Let's break it down. First question we need to ask ourselves, what are negative rights? Negative rights are your freedom from interference, things the government can't do to you. You notice it didn't say what individuals can't do to you, only what the government can't do to you. They don't require anyone to act just for them to leave you alone. Think of your right to free speech, property ownership, self-defense, and privacy. No one has to give you these rights. They exist naturally. We all have these rights. You cannot take them away. Well, actually you can, and that's where the government oversteps. The only way they are violated when someone else, especially the government, steps in and takes them away. Now, let's give an example. Negative rights versus positive rights. Now, contrast that with positive rights, which libertarians and myself reject. These demand that someone else provide for you, whether it's health care, housing, or a basic income, and we love to hear the left talk about that all the time. Sounds nice, right? But who pays for it? That's what people don't understand. There's no such thing as free lunch in this world. Who is forced to provide it? That's where your liberties disappear. You didn't think of that. Negative rights say you're free to live your life as you choose, as long as you do not violate someone else's freedom. Positive rights, they say, your needs justify taking from someone else. You see the difference here? Now, we all know the scales of justice is we have one side is freedom. Those are negative rights. We have the other side that is forced obligation, positive rights, with government power putting their finger on the scale of positive rights to outweigh your natural God-given freedoms. Now, this is section 3. We're going to get into this. The roles of government in negative rights. A true libertarian government has one job, to protect negative rights. That means upholding contracts, defending property, and stopping force, fraud, and theft. That's taxation, whether from criminals or the government itself, but those are one and the same anymore. But when politicians promise free stuff, and listen to the politicians that promise free stuff, they usually come from the left side of the political spectrum. They're usually Democrats or socialists or closet communists. They're not giving you rights like they say. They're creating dependency, which is what the Great Society under Lyndon Johnson did. It created dependency on people. It created dependency on the government. We're going to provide you with housing. There are stipulations to it. We're going to provide you with food. Stipulations to that. We need to get rid of that idea and that mindset because that's a toxic, cancerous mindset. And the bigger the government gets, the fewer negative rights you actually have. Now, here I'm going to list off some of the rights that government should protect, i.e. negative rights. Free speech. You have the right to say whatever the hell you want on any platform, but no one's obligated to give you that platform. That's why a private company can ban you from a platform, and it's technically not a violation of free speech because that only applies to government. Property rights. An example is eminent domain. The government can give you what it deems to be fair market value for your property as long as it's under the nebulous title greater good, whatever that means. Then you have the right to keep and bear arms. You have that right. You have an innate right to self-defense, and that includes the use of firearms. However, no one is obligated to give you a firearm. The government's not obligated to say, here you go, here's an AR-15. No. They don't have a right to infringe upon it. You have a right to inherent self-defense. And the right to due process, which is your 4th, 5th, and I think 6th Amendment was trial by jury. You have those rights inherent to you. The government should protect those rights. They should not take them away. Now, here's a list where government overreaches. And it covers a little bit of what I said with the rights the government should protect. Government overreach / violations, censorship, eminent domain, gun control, and mass surveillance, which is a huge government overreach, which we put under the guise of national security or whatever nebulous term they want to use, which really needs to come to an end and fast. So, the final question I have for you is, do you want liberty or do you want control? If you want liberty, then you want to defend negative rights. If you want control, then you want to enforce positive rights. As Benjamin Franklin famously said, those who demand security and liberty should expect neither. You can't have both. It has to be one or the other. Libertarianism is simple. We own ourselves. No government, corporation, or mob has the right to control our choices or our property. Negative rights protect individual freedom. Positive rights destroy it by forcing one person to serve another. So next time someone demands, and listen to the people around you and the politicians, to free healthcare. I'm in Illinois, listen to JB the Hut, that fat dude. He doesn't need free healthcare, he needs a diet. Housing or education. Ask them this question. Because doctors have to go to school. Who is being forced to provide for free healthcare? That would be doctors. The taxpayers ultimately have to pay for it. Same thing for housing and education. Because when the government can take from one to give to another, no one is truly free. And once you get to the point that 50% of the population doesn't have to work because the government takes and gives to someone else, the other 50% that gets it taken from them is like, why am I working now? So, drop a comment below. Do you believe in negative rights? Why or why not? And let's talk, because I will respond to comments. So please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And hit the bell notification because I do upload every day. So, and let's keep this message of liberty alive and let's expand it out for everyone because everyone needs liberty. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.